Hello, my name is Justin Bright, and welcome to Kerbal Space Program version 1.2.2, in which I am attempting to make Kerbals a multiplanetary species. We resume our mission in progress with kind of a different set of episodes in this one and the next, where I will just be doing a lot of construction. Alright, good morning. Looks like this has made a perfect landing on the surface. We've got all kinds of bits and pieces around here now. Gosh, this kind of came away, didn't it? Oh, that's right. This is that landing bit. Yeah, we've got a lot of debris to take care of. We've got a lot of base construction to get working, so let's get to it. All right, F5 for safety, and let's get moving. So first, gosh, there's so much. I can't believe it. We finally got all this stuff out here. Now it's like, wow, what do I even do? Cool, but let's start. Still a little bit dark out, so let's get your lights on. Do you have... You don't actually have anything. Alright, that colony box is a little far out there. And it's got all of our tools and stuff. So maybe I do bring that in a little bit closer. Alright, let's check inside this massive 5-meter container. Interesting. Where is the... There it is. Looks like you've got to get close to the center of mass on these things to actually activate them. So just take one screwdriver out, and you're going to equip that. Yeah, I think we're going to want this a little bit closer because there's a lot of things that we're going to be taking out and pulling and then moving around, because there's some pieces that are just like material kits and stuff, but there's some things that we're actually going to want to move around. So let's just use this electric screwdriver to maybe blow up some parts in recycling, and then hopefully that will reduce the part count in the area, or the vessel count in the area, and maybe restore my my lag to a reasonable level. Because we're sitting at yellow physics processing at this point, just sitting around. Disassemble. Kaboom! Well, look at that. It blows up into 37.5 units of material kits. So perhaps I wait to do that until we get the first couple pieces out, which will be some storage for those things. So let's see if I can't get this to come a little bit closer. Now that I can see, I'm hoping this will be a little bit easier. Oh, it's so hard to turn this thing. It rolls around on its axis so easily, and I guess that's just how that works with these with the way reaction wheels work. Alright, now we're getting... Nah, that's what I'm talking about. Right in the middle of the business. Okay, that's a little too much in the middle of the business. Don't land on the crane, please. Here we go. Beautiful. We're going to have so much stuff to start this base. I'm so excited, you guys. I just hope this works. Ooh, bounce. I hit the ground a little bit harder than I wanted it to. Bounce. Cool. Where are you? There you are. Nope, that's a decoupler ring. Okay. Maybe I do need that mod that helps me pick up items or pick particular vessels. Alright, I don't think I need to navigate anymore. Deactivate navigation. So let's see here. First things first. I do have some boxes of material kits and things that I can get out, and they just need to lay alongside. So let's see how this works. Well, it looks like I can actually just stack it up on top. Can I just bolt it to the side? I sure can. Please don't explode. Oh, there we go. No, you don't like me attaching it there? That's probably for the best, honestly. There, let's just set that one. No, it does not like me attaching it like that. Surface attach, there we go. And there we go, we got a couple things set up on the side here. We've got this supply ready pack full of specialized parts. Very nice. Let's staple that to the side. Oh, you don't like that either, huh? Ooh, this one only has one attached node here. Alright, here's what we're going to do about that. You're going to slowly walk. Oops. Surface attach, or not a surface attach. We're going to staple that to the side. Beautiful. So that's those things. Let's see, how are we going to do this? So step one, I think I want this, let's see, the Pioneer module, the Curvitat. Makes sense for this Colonization module to go in kind of the center. Too far, move closer. Too far. Oh, seriously, can I? Oh, that's so good. Is that too... I can't move it far. Drop bottom, drop top, drop pod. Oh, look at that. Each little attached node looks like it has its own setting. Nope, can I drop it on the bottom? No, top. I'm a little bit worried about what happens if I... Well, B and N to move it up, down. I'm a little bit worried about what happens if I try to place it in a way that it's partly clipping underneath the ground. I'm worried that it'll explode violently. So I just saved, so let's just see what happens. Well, it bounces a little bit, but it's fine. So I can kind of very precisely leapfrog this thing in this way, which might be easier than using this big crane that I have. That'll be useful for certain other modules, but... Oh, I wish I could move this a little bit further per jump. I can't put this in my pocket, can I? Whoops. What if I really want to? What? It's only 20,000 liters over the maximum limit. That's not so bad. Yeah, you can't really move this far, but you do get a little bit better precise movement. So, what I think I will do... I really need to get a mod to help me pick the correct vessel. So let's stow these one side at a time to maximize my chance of flipping this thing over. There we go. We'll turn off the brakes. Check our power. And let's take a little bit of a drive over here. You know, I might want to just get that Kerbal out of the way entirely. Alright, Jocelyn, get out of the way. Oh gosh, that crane is just flying away. Actually, I wonder... I actually put a seat on this, so let me just throw her in there just so that she's close by. in my ideal world, this actually gives you like crazy huge range on the cast movement of things, but can I board? Yeah, I think that would be just so cool if that is how that worked. How if you got into one of these things, then suddenly you could actually grab and move stuff really far, but that's fine. What do we got here? Pioneer module, colonization module. That's what I want to be the center, and I want to have that close to this bit over here, is my thought. So, I wonder what the best way to do this is. Let's try minimize, minimize, minimize. Rotating it this way. I've just been having a lot of trouble with things kind of flying around and smashing and just generally being problematic, that I wonder if it would not be easier to like just do it closer to the center of mass, like kind of hold it off to this side here. Reach out for it. Okay, that's about as reached out as I'm going to get with this thing, so let's move this back up a little bit. And we'll raise it in the air. Now let's actually literally move closer. Oh, this is so fiddly. All right, magnet strength of 2. I'm gonna save my game while we're rolling on the surface. Let's not do that. Let's stop. Brakes, brakes, please brakes. F5. Joke's on them, we were still moving slightly. And enable the magnet. Thump. Oh, hang on. Hang on, please. All right, now let's drive. Oh my God, this is not... Oh, what is even happening? No! No, it's being thrown. Oh, goodness. All right. I just made this... Oh, God, it's going so far away. I just made everything worse. At least this thing has little self-righting mechanisms, so that's something. Oh, gosh. Okay. See, unfortunately, I didn't give myself any place for this thing to... like, stash something. So that would have been clever of me. Oops, I left my magnet on. Oh, this is silly. Okay, now stay the heck put. Can't flip me long ways. Gosh darn it. There we go. Maybe that'll hold. I have no faith in it holding when I turn this, but it's working for right now, gosh darn it. We're learning. valuable lessons. Alright, now slow the heck down. We are about to have to turn, and that will be our greatest challenge yet. Turning our crane. Oh, come on, come with me, dude. Maybe if I turn the magnet up a little bit. Yeah, that seems to be doing the trick. It seems to be... Whoa, slippy, slippy. Just stay put a little bit longer. A little bit longer. It's all I'm asking for. Whoa, what am I doing? What's happening right now? Am I off the surface? Am I being just lifted into the air by the power of this magnet? By the sheer phantom forces? That appears to be precisely what's happening. And then they were lifted into the air as if by magic. Okay, so that was ridiculous. Here, turn off the magnet, please, and thank you. And we're gonna just drive this back a little ways. Yeah, without a magnet target, I think, without the ability to very specifically find and lock on to a particular thing, I think that that is not going to do what I need it to do. Can you leave seat? There we go. And we are in control. Turn off the servo controller. It was taking up all my screen anyways. Where even did it go? Pioneer model. Module. Colonization module. Alright. Let's step by painstaking step. Too heavy. Bring more Kerbals. I was able to pick this up before. That's interesting. Is that thing actually giving me assistance in carrying this? Hold on. You actually stay put. I just want to bring that crane over a little bit. Because if this crane is actually helping me with the carry weight in KIS, that would be amazing. Alright, what happens if I get real close? Slow down, for goodness sake. Move closer, fine. That seems reasonable. Move closer. No, that is absolutely helping. That is cool. That is really cool. Alright, I've sped this little portion up because it got really silly, as you can see here. This piece went flying up into the air, and it ended up going even further than when I started. I was worried that it was going to come crashing down and explode, but thump, it just kind of bounced and rolled, and then I defied physics by rapidly grabbing it and placing it over and over again, and it just kept rolling with its original momentum, but being shifted and translated in space. Showing the way that you can save something from rolling away like a tumbleweed. But finally, we get to where we're supposed to be. I F5 for safety, and pop. There we go. Now we're where we're supposed to be with the stuff we're supposed to have there, and let's keep moving with this construction. Unfortunately, it's a pretty tedious way to go about doing this, but it is the safer way without having a crane that is a little bit faster, a little bit more responsive. Of course, EVA Kerbals on Minmus are not a whole lot better, but what I ended up finding was that it's a lot easier to just do this kind of manually and Here I'm finding out that the piece was a little bit too heavy. You have to have all the little Kerbals nearby or the crane nearby, because there's a module on the crane I found out that allows you to that assists with Kerbal attachment system and Kerbal inventory system and the way that it allows you to move things around. So that's absolutely, the construction mod has a special patch for that makes this possible at all. I'm still considering modding it for range, but I did the rest of the construction without changing anything, just using the stuff that came out of the box. So I did it once, but I may do a lot of this kind of fast forward stuff just to get things moving, because this is not super interesting to do in real time, I'll tell you. But you can kind of see the base coming together pretty rapidly, even as I fall over and trip and stumble a whole bunch. But yeah, it kind of we're just getting these components set up in the positions that they're going to be in. Oh, geez. All right. Well, did a little roll underneath the crane, but that's fine. So yeah, we're just getting these last couple of pieces into position. And I wanted to show this whole sequence rather than rather than just skipping through it, because I feel like that's kind of the value that I'm bringing with this series, and that's kind of what I think people are kind of hoping to see. And this is something that I've always wanted to see, was like, what is the actual, like, what does it actually take to get these bases down? Because I see people build these beautiful bases, and I see the screenshots and so forth, but I can never actually tell what goes into all of that construction. Like, how do they get from point A to point B? And as it turns out, for me, how you get from point A to point B is by having Kerbals waddle slowly across the surface of Minmus with each of these individual components. What I just did there was, you see I have that agricultural module that I deployed, but what I found out was each and every of those habitation modules and other heavy bits can be they absolutely can be carried on your back despite weight and volume limits. However, they also they weigh you down. Like, you actually do get that mass, so you do have to deal with the fact that you have a big heavy thing, so you can't fly, so you have to waddle slowly across the surface. Now I've made some room by yeah, it looks and sounds kind of silly at this speed, but I've made some room in my big material kit containers for material kits by doing that expansion and deployment. So what I'm doing now is I'm recycling all of the little bits that I have on my base from my landers and so forth, so that we can both reclaim the materials, because as it turns out I have less... Geez, why it's bugging out even worse here. Yeah, I think I broke something in my movement, because my Kerbals start moving very weird. But anyways, as it turns out, I didn't actually send enough material kits, so I have had the dual purpose action of destroying all the little bits, which reduces part count and vessel count in the region to speed things up, and also gives me back the material kits that we actually need to do the construction. So you'll see me kind of flip it around a little bit here as I do this, and I'm just going to keep kind of talking over it, and it may not be exactly relevant to what's happening, but I just kind of want to talk through this stuff while you see the construction is happening and see the kind of stuff that I had to deal with as I was putting this together. But there's... But yeah, like the Kerbals, when I carry around each one of those pieces, I find that it slows me down, and then something with Kiss or Cass or something ended up making me glitch out in my movement like that, which was not great. Like, it was not the best thing. But I still kind of got to where I needed to be, and I knew that, you know, closing my game and reloading it would take even longer. But as you can see, I had to do that anyways, because I tried to play something and it exploded. This is something that I knew was going to be an issue going in. I knew that this was kind of a glitchy process. Like, this is, as wonderful as the Kiss and Cast mods are and construction and everything else, it's still something that's kind of bolted onto the side of Kerbal Space Program and not something that's completely built in. So little issues like that are to be expected. There's nothing here that actually breaks what we're trying to do. It just means we have to be very diligent about saving and loading. Because I don't generally accept glitches as things that happen and things that need to be dealt with in game, unless it's, you know, really fun or really interesting or whatever. But yeah, so we're just Jesslyn is just kind of constructing this piece by piece. Now we're getting around to actually attaching all the little bits on the side. There's a lot of storage modules, which you'll see I'm attaching now, which we are, I'm finding that I needed to get set up now because we didn't actually have enough, like I said, we didn't have enough materials, so we needed to blow up all the old bits and do the recycling and get everything kind of where we need it to be. But I think we're all out of time again, so I think I'm going to leave you with the sight of me smashing off a solar panel. Until next time, I will see you in the next episode.